This nearly $35 million mega mansion for sale is one of the hottest new properties in a neighborhood so exclusive you've probably never even heard of it.
It's right in the middle of Atherton in the A-list section, one of the most expensive zip codes in the United States.
Located 30 miles south of San Francisco and considered Silicon Valley's toniest town, Atherton, California is packed with billionaires. Former Google CEO Eric Schmidt, HP's Meg Whitman, and Facebook's COO Sheryl Sandberg have all called Atherton home. And this 2.5-acre contemporary compound might even make them a little envious. Every inch of the almost 27,000 square foot mega home is designed to attract a feng shui-loving tech titan or Asian billionaire.
I've seen a lot of Chinese buyers come into Atherton for numerous reasons. It's close to Stanford University. It's prime Silicon Valley.
Some of the feng shui touches? This reflecting pond in the grand entryway, which perfectly aligns with the center of the home, as well as the matching pond and swimming pool in the backyard. Even the most stressed out tycoon can have a moment of zen peering through the walls of glass onto lush gardens.
It is flawless. The energy flows seamlessly.
This modern mansion isn't just high-end, it's also high-tech. These touchscreens control everything from the lights to the sleek fireplace to the floor-to-ceiling privacy shades on the windows. A quick trip down the stairs, and you're in this mammoth wine cellar, which holds approximately 2,000 bottles.
It even has a table for tasting. This is probably about 1,000 square feet of your own little wine cave.
Glass in hand, you can also scope out the home theater, where the walls are upholstered in rare Italian fabric to match the imported leather seats. Or feast your eyes on one of the estate's 3 state-of-the-art kitchens.
This room here, it's actually the incubator for your children. You never know where the next Silicon Valley great idea startup is going to come from. It's also known as the homework room.
And the adults of the house? Well, they have this massive master suite to enjoy, complete with a terrace big enough to entertain all of their Facebook friends. And the ensuite bathroom is so luxurious, it would give any tech tycoon googly eyes.
The walls have very rare tiger marble, which is a feature I personally have never seen in any bathroom. The rain shower has room for at least 6 people with a full bench.
But the real pièce de résistance? This robotic toilet.
It opens automatically. It alters to fit for comfort. It automatically plays soothing spa-like music. And then, when you're done, press close, and the whole thing closes for you.
A throne fit for Silicon Valley royalty inside a smart house built for the most chic of geeks.
It makes you sexier, it makes you hotter.
Super broker Eloy Carminate is passionate about his sleek new $34 million listing in Miami Beach.
And it's just screaming sex.
The 19,000 square foot ultra-modern mansion is perched on Miami's Indian Creek in what may be the Magic City's most affluent enclave.
Pine Tree Drive is one of the most sought after and exclusive streets. It was home to the Astors and the Vanderbilts in the 30s. And now it houses the most prominent families in South Florida.
The mega home includes 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and an impressive master.
And it's actually a suite built for a king.
And if the king or queen wants to really let it all hang out, there's an indoor-outdoor shower in the master bath.
If you don't feel sexy taking a shower outside, then I don't know what it's gonna take.
But more over the top than the private basketball court, the $1 million art collection used to stage this place, or the $300K designer kitchen is what you get outside the back door.
This is what outdoor living in Miami is all about.
$1 million worth of sliding doors built to reveal the backyard oasis, featuring an epic $250,000 water slide with its own glass staircase.
That was actually brought in and delivered on a barge and craned out to the property because it weighed several tons.
It makes for the fastest and most exhilarating exit from any master suite we've ever seen.
So you feel like you're diving into the ocean in the middle of the Caribbean, and it's just screaming sex.
Eloy's just hoping a wealthy buyer will hear those screams and be turned on enough to pay tens of millions of dollars for this over-the-top pad.
Makes you feel really, really good.
Whoever said you can't improve on a classic never drove an East Coast Defender. The Florida company takes old Land Rover Defenders, the iconic British off-road vehicle, and transforms them into one-of-a-kind, badass luxury street machines that can cost as much as $300,000. And demand is so high that ultra-wealthy car aficionados must apply just for the privilege to purchase the top-of-the-line reboot, called the Beast.
Everybody's got the McLaren, everybody's got a Lamborghini, everybody's got a G-Wagon Mercedes. Nobody as yet has applied has got one of these vehicles, and I think that's why we get so many applicants, because it's so unique.
The well-to-do Americans' love for these classic British utility cars is due, in part, to their scarcity in the States, and U.S. Customs hasn't made it any easier to own one. The department destroys foreign trucks brought into the country illegally that don't meet U.S. safety and emission standards. The only exception? Models that are considered antiques, which means they have to be at least 25 years old. So Scott Wallace's company scours Europe for Land Rover Defenders built before 1981.
We find them in fields, we find them in utility companies that have gone out of business in Europe, we find them where they've been passed through families and they're still working on farms. We've got a number of sources, but they never come in good shape.
Vintage Defenders can also be found in the U.S. Back in the 1990s, Land Rover made a few hundred specifically for the American market, like this rare four-door model, which is now getting the ECD treatment and will soon end up in the driveway of billionaire Kevin Plank, founder of Under Armour.
This is a guy that's got extreme wealth. He's worked very hard. He owns one of the biggest brands in America, and he wants something truly unique.
This totally bespoke 4x4 is a birthday present for the CEO from his wife, who spent more than $200K on the luxury overhaul. Each of the 9 seats is upholstered in custom leather. Everything was digitized, including a push-button shifter. But the most expensive upgrade by far is the $50,000 LS3 engine under the hood, giving this classic British machine a dose of American muscle.
The LS3 is a Corvette engine, so it's designed for a Corvette race car. That LS3 just gives it a really nice growl and that better performance.
Although people are paying hundreds of thousands for one of Scott's Defenders, what they're actually buying is something you can't get from any new SUV at any price.
Everyone's unique. Everyone's got a history. They're buying a story as much as a vehicle.
And right now, Scott's got a long waiting list of customers and a garage full of classic Defenders waiting for their next chapter.